Having the perfect lead for you and your child to walk the dog with is practically a mission impossible. However, I've been given a new lead to try, and this is what I think about it. Hi, my name is Debbie Lacken. I'm a dog behaviorist, dog trainer, autism support practitioner, and founder of Kids Around Dogs. At Kids Around Dogs, we have professionals all over the world. Because of this, we also have contact all over the world. And because we have a Cadapro professional in Germany too, I received a message from a company called Little Captain. Little Captain makes leads, dog leads. And the beauty of it is that the design of these leads are very, very unique. They are very different. I've never seen anything like this before. The owner of Little Captain has created something quite useful and very, very clever. How it works is actually pretty simple and yet quite genius. So you have a normal lead that you attach to the harness of the dog like you would with any other lead. The longer part gets from the harness of the dog, from the dog themselves to the grown-up, because it gets all the way to this middle part. And then the middle part is properly attached with a D-ring to another bit of lead, which is then the one a grown-up would hold. This could be a parent, a carer, a trainer, whoever it might be, but it has to be a responsible adult as such. On the other side, attached by a magnet, a very strong magnet, there is another bit of lead. This other bit of lead will be held by the child. What happens is, when or if the dog were to pull at any point, the bit attached with the D-ring stays attached to the dog. So everything is safe. Even if the dog pulls, the responsible adult will have the dog on the lead and everything is fine. However, if a dog pulls on the lead, the risk is that the child might fall over, they might get pulled over, whatever it is. So it could be dangerous, but also a bit scary for the child. So what happens here, if the dog pulls on the lead, the magnet comes apart. And it is quite strong, this magnet. This is a way to have your child walking the dog with you. That's because kids love to do that. How many times have you had your child asking to walk the dog on the lead? I'm sure it's like a bazillion times. So with this kind of lead, you have something safe in place, quite genius again, where then you have the child detaching from the dog, but the dog is still attached because the grown-up will have the other part attached to the longer part of the lead that is then connected with the dog. If you are walking with little children, you still need to be mindful of the child, because when the magnet comes apart, so does the child. So if the child, say, gets distracted, is looking at a flower or at a tree, and the dog carries on walking, and you carry on walking with the dog, the child might get detached from the lead because the magnet would get separated and the child might be left behind. So if you have that child that doesn't want to hold hands or doesn't like that kind of thing, and so is not holding hand with you, and you are relying on the lead to also keep the child with you, please be mindful that the magnet will separate you and the dog from the child. So be mindful of that. My suggestion, if you're walking with a little child who doesn't want to hold hands because for any reason they don't like that or they feel they're independent without holding hand, then you could also have a lead for the child. We used to have a little rucksack with a lead attached for Molly when she was little because she was Miss Independent and didn't want to be walked holding her hands. But that way I still knew where she was as such, because she was very much very inquisitive and she wanted to walk around and stop and look at something and things like this. So I didn't feel that she was safe completely on her own, obviously. So by having her on the lead as well, I knew where everyone was. They were all with me. I felt they were safe with me, both the dogs and Molly. So that could be a good thing to do if you have a child, again, that is not keen on holding hands, or you know you can't hold their hands because maybe you're pushing a pusher as well, maybe you have another baby. The use of this lead though is great. Like I said, genius. The material in itself is really good. This is made of rope. really strong, also a tiny little bit elastic, but very, very little, so you can't quite rely on that. But it's also quite gentle on the bounciness of it all, and I kind of like that. I think it's quite sturdy. We have used it with Winnie, and I haven't had any problems so far. Winnie's not really a puller that much, but she does sometimes occasionally if we go to the beach or a favorite woods and stuff like that. She pulls a little bit to get there when we're very, very close. We managed to test it that way as well, and is held well. At present, the lead is priced at 38 euros. The price is in euros because the product is in Germany, as I mentioned. It can be bought on Amazon in Germany and Austria, but not the rest of the world yet. However, you can buy from their website directly, and then the leads get shipped worldwide. The lead was sent to me, so I didn't get to choose the color. It's lovely though. It's dark blue and light blue. And although Winnie is a girl, I don't mind the fact that the lead is blue. So I'm very happy with that. But I know that there are different colors you can choose from. Chris is the owner of Little Captain, and is also the person I have been in touch with via Instagram. He's always replied very quickly and answered some of my questions and everything really quickly as well. I only have positive things to say about the customer service side of things. So if you would like to purchase a lead, I recommend it. The Little Captain leads are CAD approved, and I'm very, very happy to say that they are. Their website is littlecaptain.de. The website will also be in the descriptions, and their Instagram account is Go Little Captain. Again, all that will be in the description. Let me know in the caption what kind of lead do you use, or maybe you have purchased one before and you can let me know how you get on with it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is completely free, but it does help me to be able to create more content and to grow the channel. So thank you very much. Bye.
And kids around dogs, we're gonna make it okay.